Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for another normal game sent in by Andrew. This is a Patreon supporter, patreon.com/LAGTV if you want to get your games casted. Andrew coming in thick with a $25 support tier.
Keeping the dreams and LAGTV afloat.
Thick with 3 C's.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Maximus Black.
Yeah.
Hit me up with the sound if Rambo was a zombie, which, let's be honest, is pretty much if Sylvester Stallone did another Rambo right now. Yeah. I asked you to do Rambo, not Rocky.
Oh.
I'm fucking with you.
It's a little bit more yelling.
It's a little bit more, just slightly higher, a little more energy.
A little more energy.
A little more to it. Yeah. You might make out 1 or 2 more symbols, or symbols.
Syllables?
Syllables.
I got you.
My brain is not firing on all cylinders
just
today.
Is this game going really slow? Okay, there we go.
Probably because you slowed it down accidentally before we started.
Great.
That'll do it. Down here in the bottom right-hand side, we have Paul.
Sean Paul. Somebody goes at him.
And in the top left, we have, from the prestigious clan Noctu, Xombo.
Yeah, $25 supporter coming in hot. If you guys haven't checked out the Technical Alpha podcast, we just celebrated 100 episodes.
That's
and
right.
in fact, not in 35 minutes, we'll be celebrating 101 episodes. Also, in the description of this video, if you're thinking, guys, 2-hour, 3-hour Technical Alpha podcast, just a little too long. You know, even though plenty of people do watch the whole thing.
Sometimes,
but I'm just saying,
sometimes it's just too lengthy, Jeff.
Sometimes it's just too lengthy. I hear that a lot.
Yeah.
And so what we've decided to do is we've turned the old LAGTV 2 channel, you know, the one with the Minecraft and the funny Mario Kart videos.
The one that YouTube unceremoniously destroyed with the description tag debacle 5 years ago.
I remember that. That one.
Yeah.
Link is in the description, by the way. We now have Technical Alpha patch notes.
Yes!
Where you can get the most popular segments, the hot topics.
Yes.
In clip format, which get posted several times a week. Much easier for you to consume, much easier for you to share. And then also, if you watch the full podcast, you just want to go back and watch a certain clip, chances are the good ones are up there. But not everything's going to be up there.
No.
You still have to watch the podcast for a lot of it, most of it. But
we're taking out the good stuff.
The really good stuff.
Or the stuff, anyway, that most people tend to gravitate towards news-wise.
We're basically just doing it so that it's easier for you to consume, and then also we'll be able to grow the podcast in a way that people want to search for certain topics that we're talking about.
It's another way to fight the YouTube algorithm.
Yes. So we're doing it.
So we're getting on board with that because we discovered that every other podcast on YouTube is also doing that.
Well,
this is a Cannon Rush that is going not super poorly. But
yeah,
if he doesn't...
No, you know what? It's not going terribly. He's not overextending here. He put down the cannons. He's going to be able to hopefully get rid of the racks. If he can get rid of this pylon, he won't have the high ground vision. It's going to be close. He is using a significant amount of minerals, though, just repairing that alone.
He's going to run out of minerals here pretty soon at the rate that he's going. And he's trying to, especially if he starts trying to produce Marines or more SCVs, it's going to be awfully close. I think he's going to save it, though.
Yeah, but the Zealot's going to come up and get some free Marine kills, possibly.
Yeah.
Nope. Okay.
If he gets rid of that supply depot, even.
No, it's not.
Oh, is it in the range of the barracks? If the Zealot is just on that,
he can shoot this, but he just won't get enough DPS off to kill it.
Even
especially
with the Zealot?
Even with the Zealot. There's 3 SCVs are repairing.
Yeah,
it's just not going to happen.
Truth.
Dude, SCV repairs are real, but it's cost him a lot of minerals to keep these things afloat.
I don't know if it's cost him any more than the Protoss has spent, but what it has allowed the Protoss to do is actually expand here pretty much without consequence. Other than spending a few extra minerals to make it happen. And in your experience, when you do manage to hold a Terran to one base and get into your second, how frequent is it that you see kind of an immediate, kind of all-in-y retaliation?
Too frequently, Adam.
Okay.
It's too frequently. It brings back anger moments that even I had just last night when I played some StarCraft.
Some non-flashbacks?
See, and I don't want to make this
don't make this
a shit on a Terran hate.
No.
Because I fucking hate Terran, but... You know, the thing is with Terran right now, and I'll admit it, there was a point in time where Protoss played like how Terran plays now.
Absolutely.
And the way Terran plays now is very, very cheeky. It doesn't require a whole lot of talent or skill to implement some of these cheesy tactics, whether it's a run by Hellion, whether it's a Widowmine drop, whether it's Mass Cyclone, whether it's a fast battle cruiser tech, and you can blink all over it's some really cheeky shit that Terran never really did before. Like, Terran was always the race that was sort of like cut and dry. You just kind of knew what you were getting. If you had good fundamentals, they could play a really strong macro game or play a really strong all-in. But now, it's just getting cheesier and cheesier. Almost every game's a proxy. Almost every game there's a drop. Fortunately for Xombo, he's not dealing with a drop. He's just dealing with a tank push-up, which can be very, very strong in itself. He doesn't have Medivacs yet, or a Cyclone or anything, or didn't even bring SCVs up with him. This is actually quite a weak push. Mainly because of probably what happened down here.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Fucked his whole thing up, you know?
He spent all of his money trying to repair and keep things going.
Yeah.
And just when you think it couldn't get worse, Xombo isn't even really behind, but he's getting a Dark Shrine anyway, Jeff.
He is getting a shrine. There was about a week that I was playing StarCraft there a couple weeks ago where I was doing Blink DT builds against Terran, and it works phenomenally. Simply because you get things like this, and you're going, well, how the fuck do I break this? You can't run your units in, so what you do is you get DTs. And you beta scan first, which is what he's doing. He's got one DT. He's got a beta scan here, likely. If there's no scan, bring in more. Then go after the units. If there's a scan, you let one die. There's the scan. Take this guy and run him away. You don't need to waste both.
I think he's got enough DPS to take it out, for now. But yeah, you're right.
Yes,
you bait and switch basically.
Because the Terran is going to use his energy for mules.
Yeah.
A smart Terran will keep at least one scan available. But what most Terrans are doing, and why DTs are a hit or a miss, is most Terrans are opening up with a Raven now. Ravens are super strong, man. They've got buffed like a motherfucker. They just do.
Ravens have always been useful, but they come and go in waves in terms of how useful they are.
Yeah, they're almost open. Terran almost opens, especially in the mid to high masters, low GM. It's a Raven every game. Fuck, I hate these liberators and freedom! Just angers me!
Delivering some freedom, one shot a pop, and now that entire bottom half of the mineral line is shut down for the Protoss. He's got nothing really he can do about it until he gets a couple of these stalkers out to push that liberator back.
It would be really, really nice if a liberator two-shot a probe at the start, or once you get the first level of upgrade for a liberator, then they one-pop the probes. Because I'm telling you, if you're not ready, and there's, for some reason, Blizzard has these maps where
they love having lots of space behind the mineral lines.
Yeah, and it's hard to get at it. Like, you have to literally warp in 3-4 stalkers just to get in there, and you're usually sacking one of them. Just to kill a liberator. And the last thing you want to do as a Protoss is get stalkers against Terran. In the mid to late game. It's a huge
units.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah. It really is useless. Good towards later when you can get some blink to blink forward, pick off some medivacs and or take different positions for liberators. But man, it is a hefty investment to just warp in a bunch of stalkers to get rid of a single liberator. Well, and even though that liberator only got 1 or 2 probe kills, he forced a lot more and took minerals away from the Protoss. So that was value. I mean, that was a nice little attack there from Terran.
He gets like 1 or 2 probes out of that liberator. It forces the Protoss to build 3 stalker, and then forces the Protoss to build 3 or 4 pylons, and I'm assuming what will be cannons that come afterwards, at least 1 or 2.
Yeah, probably 1 there, 1 here.
After that. So the amount of expenditure that the Protoss is taking just to keep up and stop a second attack of that is pretty substantial. This is cute. We've got the 1 DT up front. See if we can bait another scan before he brings in more.
There's a turret there.
Turret right there. I didn't see the turret, so that doesn't make a damn difference.
I think he put that down once he realized that the DTs were up there. Nice little wall here from Terran. He's doing a good job here at basically turtling up, and that's what Terran wants to do. An even better job from Xombo to know not to go in there with the army that he has, and also on top of that, he went and grabbed an expansion in behind. 86 supply to 89, so relatively even. But that's good for Protoss. It's always a good thing when you're even and up ahead of base. Against Terran usually means you're doing something right.
Yeah, if you're even with Protoss units, unless you fight wildly out of position, you just win.
Oh, that was a bad fight there for a Terran player.
What a weird place for the Terran to set up shop there. That just opened them up entirely, and now the Protoss army literally just walking in. Walls down, everything is down, the Archons are in.
He could have still sat right there, but instead he wanted to move up 4 feet and sit there, and he doesn't have...
completely negated his wall entirely, made it completely useless, and now the Zealots are just going to go up here and apparently not kill that tank. Alright, well... No, now they're... No, okay. Well, the tank is going to get more damage in than it had any right to.
The tank's going to stay alive now.
Yeah, that was highly unfortunate. That tank is now going to hold the line for the Terran.
Yep.
And the Protoss, while a success here technically, where he's forced to lift off and obviously wiped out that second base, and he is now up even further, his economy-wise. That could have gone a lot smoother for the Protoss.
Definitely could have went smoother. I do like the fact that he just didn't run these units up there because they will die.
Yeah, it was a good choice.
So he's keeping them alive. We got 2 Liberators over there, not doing anything. Be nice to see those get in a little bit of action. Okay, he's going to bring them back. Protoss is extremely ahead now. I mean, it is 3 base to 1, even though there are 3 command centers here. He's got such an amount of units now, and he can keep warping in, that he can pretty much never allow this Terran to stay on anything more than 2 base. And even still, okay, there you go. Liberator. That was actually a good call by the Terran bringing these back.
I was going to say, he needs them for defense for now, because really he could attack with them, but he already knows that his opponent has Stalkers.
Yep.
And he's seen Archons.
Yep.
So he's figuring, what damage he's going to do. He might as well bring him back and help hold this line since he lost his wall and he doesn't have very many units left.
Yeah, no, that was smart. Good on Paul. At this point we're just waiting. We got more upgrades going here for Protoss now. 2 weapons, 1 armor. The Terran probably going to lift off, go for his 3rd. Xombo sitting at his 3rd just to make sure he doesn't get it. I don't know if he looked around any other parts of the map to see what's up, see if there's a ninja. If I was Protoss right now, I'd be looking up here, down here, just to make sure there wasn't anything cheeky going on, because you're so far ahead at this point. When you're this far ahead in the game, you got to just think, okay, what can kill me?
Yeah.
That's all you got to think. What can kill me, and make sure that conclusion is not happening. If that's not happening, then you're just going to win the game if you just keep playing standard. And I mean, at this point he could almost A move and win a game.
Yeah, I think he's pretty close to the A move, especially if he gets 1 or 2 high temps in there to really clean up any kind of marine presence that's at the front of that base, and he just gets to charge that 1 or 2 tank and it's game over.
Yeah, and he moved these Liberators too, which
that's probably a bold move,
that's a
Cotton.
very bold move. Yeah, he really needs the DPS of those Liberators. He's gonna get probe heal. No, he's not even gonna get a probe. He's gonna get just a nick there. He's gonna get about probably 4 probe. No, he's not. He's gonna back off.
Wow.
All right.
Well, all right. So not worth.
That was definitely not.
That was terrible value.
That was horrible value.
That was absolutely. That was buying a car 1 month before they do their end of year sales.
Yeah, bad life choice.
Just terrible.
Just terrible life choice.
September's right around the corner. You said, fuck it, I'm buying a car in August.
Don't do that. Don't ever do that.
Do not do that shit. Oh, here comes the pain as he just kind of A moves in here. The Liberators are, of course, not home. There's a much lower marine presence. He did just let them do way more damage than he needed to. He's moving too much.
Yeah.
Let your units attack.
Yeah.
Just let them attack shit. A move to win right now. That's all you need to do.
He's gonna win this. It's gonna be game over here any second. Solid game. I mean, both players doing well.
I really liked I liked Zombo's pace of play.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that he had a really good pace of play, really good decisions when he was expanding and what he was doing while he was expanding. He never really overextended. Whereas the same can't be said for Paul. Paul's biggest problem in this game is he actually just overextended even when he didn't have to at his own base. Going outside the wall there was not necessary.
Yep.
And honestly, the army that Paul had, it would have been a struggle, but if the Protoss saw that wall and fought there, Terran probably holds that, and Xombo has to take a lot longer before he comes back, and Paul still has another base.
With you on every point you just made, sir.
Beautiful.
Well, there it is, guys. Another normal game sent in by you guys. Andrew, who I'm assuming is Zombo. Thank you so much for the $25 Patreon support.
Fucking go.
If you guys want to help our brothers out, link is in the description. Patreon.com/LAGTV. You can check out all the perks and such that you get there. And not only that, go and subscribe to the Clips channel. Even if you watch the podcast on a regular basis, go over there, subscribe, and when you see the clips, click that clip video, hit that like button, and leave that algorithm comment.
Going in deep on this.
Fuck it.
Going in fucking deep.
Fuck it.
/Life'sAGlitchTV 2, boys. We'll see you there.